Feroze, looks like it's a good time to invest.
Right, certainly does.
Yeah, so why don't we put our phones down and actually look at open-ended funds? And I'm saying that primarily because of their easy accessibility at times like this. So as the name suggests, these are mutual funds which are open to any number of investors who are looking to invest in it at any point in time. The nature is such that they make the size or the assets under management grow or shrink depending on the number of investors who actually come in or exit.
Yes, in fact, it's just like a game of Antakshari. You don't need a fixed number of players to start the game. Once the game has started, if there are more people who join in, then the game continues with a larger group. On the contrary, if people quit the game still continues with a smaller group of people, just like how an open-ended scheme does. So if an investment company has 5 investors on board, each investing 1,000 rupees. So the assets under management, or AUM, in this case is 5,000 rupees. Now, if a new investor wants to join in later and invest 1,000 rupees, he is issued new shares of the fund and the AUM becomes rupees 6,000. Similarly, if 2 of the investors want to exit, they can sell their shares back to the AMC. These units are then removed from the fund and the AUM comes down to rupees 4,000. Also note that the NAV, which is the value of each unit, is not affected by this. Earlier there were 6 units, now there are 4. But the holdings of the existing investors weren't affected by the new ones entering or exiting. On the contrary, a closed-ended fund is like a game of cricket where you have 11 players, and if there's a 12th player who needs to enter the game, one of the 11 have to quit the game.
Right, so like the number of players remain constant in cricket, the units in a closed-ended scheme remain constant. Whereas in an open-ended scheme, you can actually issue or you can even take the old units out of circulation as required. So what are you waiting for? Go get some units in an open-ended scheme. They'll issue you as many as you like.
Well, not as many as you like, but as many as you could afford to buy with the money you have to invest.
You know, this morning I was reading the paper and I saw one of these closed-ended NFOs that came up. So these funds, as their name suggests, are close to new investors. They offer a fixed number of units at the time of their new fund offer, post which they don't accept any fresh investments.